in the house.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do the opening. Then I'm gonna let Lloyd speak because family, welcome to Magnus Crystal's Pyramids. We got a hell of a heck of a show for you tonight. Thank you, Kafunya, for putting this together because the little bit that Brother Ross gave me was incredible. So we're gonna have you be the main quarterback, Brother Ross. I'm gonna do the opening, a few words, but then Brother Lloyd, maybe he can give us a little bit of a forecast going into autumn. And I know he's going to step out because he's airborne. He's an airborne astronumerologist. He don't stay nowhere long. And then we will proceed to give the mic to Kafunya and Ross Ben. So without further ado, let us get on with the commercials in the beginning. Miss Bliss is on special assignment. She's Big Mama, so she's taking care of children. So can't always be here hanging out with Papa Bear, aka Uncle Hanky. So let me move to the videos. Where's the videos at? Oh, here it is right here. Okay, hold on, y'all. Here we go.
Peace, family. I wanted to show you some of these great quality t-shirts that were designed by the brother Shaka. The I Am t-shirts. I am a generator, an operator, and a destroyer. Great quality t-shirts, 100% cotton. If you like one of these t-shirts, reach out to the brother Shaka at N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, N as in Nancy, Shaka at gmail.com. That's NFN Shaka at gmail.com. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Here it is, family. The best soup in Brooklyn. Prepared meticulously, exclusively by the world famous Coconut Rob. Coconut Rob, what do you have in this delicious
what did I do?
Conundrum? this awesome feast of nutritious delight. Tell us what you hooked it up with.
It's a combination of a couple of things, actually.
Couple? Looks like a whole collage.
Nah, well, the actual base of it is the great northern beans, great northern white beans, and then we did it with a whole, as you would say, a conundrum of vegetables. All right, the malanga cocoa, which I like, of course. It's a root vegetable, but it's low in starch and rich in vitamin B2. So we use that and let that kind of come to a boil in the water, and then that thickens the broth. Wow. Then we use the borrow bananas, butternut squash noodles. Also, we use zucchini noodles, bell peppers, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, yellow bell peppers. And in this one in particular, we brought both East African and West African seasonings. We used the East African seasoning called a shiro, which is usually used with like miso wet and lentils and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's added like a little bit of spice. And then we use the Ghanaian seasoning in there that's called shitsu, or shitu, actually. It's like a red bean.
Lord have mercy.
This one is all vegan, of course. It's got a nice little spice to it.
Yeah, and so those who are sensitive to salt, is there any salt in here?
Absolutely no salt.
No salt?
We don't use any salt.
What days are you here?
Well, today I'm here Tuesday. Tomorrow I'll be here too, but the soup days are principally Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. But, of course, the public demands, I'm going to probably make a small one also tomorrow as well.
Excellent. And, yeah, man, what's the contact number?
347-243-1678. And, of course, I'm here at Nicholas, Brooklyn.
1396 Fulton Street in Brooklyn, between New York and Brooklyn Avenue. God bless the cook and the time it took.
The toppings are arugula, avocados, a mango chutney, a cucumber chutney, and culantro, or what they call shadow benny. Baby spinach and baby arugula.
Excellent. Yummy, yummy for your tummy. Family, that's right, y'all.
You got me hungry now.
Yeah. Family, I am here with a magical moment of young musicians. And this is Kim, Sister Kim, and she has a message about investing into the future musicians of our community. Sister Kim, tell us what you got here.
Hi everyone, Kim, proud parent of children at the Big Apple Leadership Academy for the Arts. We teach HBCU high stepping marching band to our kids from age 5 and up. It is a free after school program, tuitionless, and it's open to all. Our kids are amazing. If you can, jump on our website. We're looking for support, donations. Our kids need new instruments so that they can high step on. Our website is www.bola.org, BALAA.org. And I appreciate the time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And so, family, listen up close. We're talking about investing in the artists of tomorrow. By investing in them, if you have a little expendable change to invest in the youth, the genius, this is the opportunity. And in this description on this video will be the details of sending your donation to PayPal or Zelle or Cash App.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for your support. Our children are the future. That's right, y'all. So take that little candy money and give some to the kids so they can play the trumpet and the drums and the sax and the keyboard, as we move on into the show.
Yes.
Remember to subscribe, share, and like this video. And magnets, crystals, pyramids, and remember to journey to the bliss.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids, and Journey to Bliss. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, and Ashe.
Yeah, family. And you can join the Yahoo gang on the WhatsApp group. Here's a QR code. And you better have some memory because it's an ongoing chat that happens all over the world. And we share, network, and all peoples, ETs, extraterrestrials are welcome to join. So with that being said, we now move to our brother Baraka, who's hanging out in Harlem, waiting to do the opening. And here's our brother Baraka.
Call to the warrior in you, to the healer in you, the king, the queen, the magician, the lover in you. Every single day, we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back and take your rightful place. The battle is everywhere. It's right in your face. Let's go.
Crystals and pyramids. Success is your destiny. Yes.
That's all I needed to say about that. And let me pull this QR code off. I am in me. I am in my big brother Lloyd Strayhorn. I am in my little brother genius Ross Ben. My my sister Leo's sister California. And I am within you, the listening audience. We come together in the spirit of Ubuntu, me, we, to collectively and individually invoke the best that we were born to be. So while you are listening tonight, I want you to hold on to your pens, hold on to your crystals, hold on to your cup of water, and get the scholarly downloads of our geniuses of our community. And I thank the divine inside of them that shine ever so awesomely through spoken word and scribes and all of the above. And I thank our ascended master ancestors who assist us like little kids walking blind and not knowing what's behind. Simeon Toko, the latest Christ born in the Congo, who invoked an army of black angels to chase the Belgians out of the Congo. We thank you and invite you to be with us tonight. We thank you and invite you, Ascended Master Sheikh Amadou Bamba, who founded the city of Tuba, hungry, lion-proof, bulletproof, flew through the air like Superman. We thank you and invite you to be with us tonight. Sheikh Ibrafal, we also acknowledge gatekeeper of Mount Shasta in Northern California, entrance into the hollow earth, St. Germain. We invite you and thank you for being on the platform. Nikolai Tesla, we thank you and invite you. Imhotep, Ptahotep, Akhenaten, Tahuti, Quetzalcoatl, known by many names, Ratah, Yeshua, Black Madonna, Mother Mary, Mary McLeod Bethune, Harriet Tubman, P.B. Randolph, Nat Turner, and he's a relative of mine from Virginia. Rock throwing distance from my people on my father's side. My daddy's people's Nat Turner land. We welcome you and thank you for being on the show. John Brown. We acknowledge Serapis Bey, Kuthumi, the Buddhas, the Lady Buddhas, Krishna, Lakshmi, Heteru, and the forces of nature that live within us. Ilegba, Oshun, Oya, Ologun, Shango, Ogun, Obatala, Ochosi. We welcome you and thank you for these forces of nature to rise and elevate, transmutate, accelerate, and inundate knowledge, wisdom, power throughout our beings. And we also thank Angel of Protection to surround our friends, family, and loved ones. Archangel Michael, protect all of the guests tonight, all their family, friends, and loved ones. Remember, you can call on Archangel Michael. Just like in the Brass Bren probably already knows. Here's a picture of Archangel Michael, family. You know, he reached out. All right. Right. Fully melanated by way of the oldest Bible land in Africa and the world, Ethiopia. All right. And here's what Yeshua looks like. Okay. According to our Ethiopian brothers and sisters. All right. We just want you to see. When we call on Enoch, the Ethiopian who ascended into the heavens and became Metatron. Thank you and invite you to be on the show tonight. Thank you and invite you to all the ascended masters of antiquity, Kuthumi, Sanat Kumara, to illuminate. And we thank you for this congregating tonight and elevation and activation of the feminine principle so women can get out of their mental tomb and be in their crystal womb. And that's why California is holding beautiful Shakti space. And the Black Madonna, Mother Mary, here is their chocolate face. So we just want to remember, this is what it's all about. So we elevate and know, yes, I am worthy. Yes, I am divine. And yes, I am a superhero. So let it be spoken. So let it be done. Ashe, Mahalo, Donada, Wado, Amen, Amen. Rastafari.
Yes, I.
Yeah. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Who's first? Lloyd, you're first.
No, ladies first.
Ladies first. Wait.
Yeah.
Ladies riding shotgun with Ross Ben. But you can let her speak if you want to.
He's a mess.
She is the catalyst. She is the catalyst of us getting together on Saturday.
California, he asked you the ball, so let me let you come up front and do what you do, do. And I'm gonna mute my phone so I don't interrupt you.
Oh, wow. Well, first and foremost, I like to say greetings and salutations to everyone who has tuned in. And I want to give a special shout out to our beloved sister, okay, Monique Nicholas, the proud owner of where we're going to be hosting Ross Ben, Ankh Rising Sun, Ross Ben. Did I say Ross Ben already?
No.
Ross Ben and the whole gang that you see here, the whole conglomerate of people coming together. And it was myself and Monique who said, you know what? It's time to bring forward Ross Ben. And of course, Ross Ben loves his friends. That rhymes. Ross Ben loves his friends. That's Ankh Rising Sun and Brother Lloyd Strayhorn. And of course, yours truly, Kafunya Star Rebel in the building. And I'm just very grateful and thankful that Ross Ben is doing his tour, his mini tour. He's going to be in Newark, New Jersey on the 29th. Myself will be there. I'll be doing a sound healing, sound bath meditation, and spoken word. And that's at the Source of Knowledge bookstore. That's on the 29th, which is a number 11. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then on Saturday, the 30th, September 30th, which is another auspicious number, the sign of the Trinity movement. But, you know, Lord Strayhorn is the master teacher on astronumerology, so I'm going to stay in my lane. But what I have learned about the numbers is very, very important. And it's like a GPS, an inner GPS to navigate in this world that we're living in. Spiritual beings having a human experience. And so I'm happy that I have my brothers and my sister, Monique Nicholas, graciously enough to have all of us together under one roof. And we're especially looking for the youth to come out because it's free for the youth ages 6 to 16. Free to enter, but don't come in there acting like, oh, I'm maybe 25 disguised as a 6-year-old.
That's funny.
I know. You know, I identify as a 60-year-old.
And family, wherever you're listening from right now, post it in the comments, wherever the part of the world you are listening from. Right now, Ross Ben, you got people listening from Africa. They already posted. People, special shout out to King Simon. He's he's in here. Want to acknowledge the people in the chat. So while you speaking, I want to after you finish the intro, Kafunya, I want you to pass it to Lloyd while I
absolutely
those comments.
But I wanna say this. I'm still in the frequency of Saturday's event with King Simon and
Eddie Bellis and his wife. Boy, they had a performance.
His wife and Aswa Kwesi and his queen. They tore it up at the Alkaline Oasis. The Alkaline Oasis is a beautiful venue. I just want to give a special shout out to King Simon. Big up yourself, because with all the rain and everything going on, the people came out, and I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I sure was on my bicycle with my rain hat.
And so without further ado, I'd like to welcome my beloved brother. I love you so much, Lloyd. You just don't know. I think you do know. you know,
Embarrassing, but I love you too, Kafunya.
So, Kafunya, let him talk.
excuse me.
Come on, Leo. I know you long-winded.
No, she's a Leo. She's a Leo. She's a Leo. So, you know.
Leo.
I am not
You gotta take the
long.
mic from us. Say, all right, that's enough, Leo.
Listen, don't try to shut down my throat chakra here.
Let me tell you what's really wild. You know, I told you that my cat passed away. Now my other cat done took the position. He's right behind me riding shotgun on the show. My other cat, Tazar, he's right behind me. He never did that before. Now he's like, yo, homie, let me be up in this show with y'all. This is amazing. I think they're all hardwired. So, Lloyd, what's happening? What's going on, brother? Because I know you was rocking it on Brother Rich's platform. Special shout out to Black Magic.
Yeah, Brother Rich, shout out to him too. Yes, all the avatars.
Monique. Lloyd, go ahead and talk, brother.
Well, it's very interesting that I've been very blessed to meet some of the greatest metaphysicians. You, Queen Afua, my brother, my dear brother, King Simon. That's it.
Oh, wow.
I don't get a chance to see him, but hopefully I'll see him Sunday. As I told Queen Afua, I'll be out of town, but I'm going to be doing my best to get back in time to hear him because I definitely want to catch what he has to say. I've always had a love for the Dogon people. And to this day, they're trying to figure out how these people with no telescope and whatnot knew about the Sirius star and the Sirius star B and things of that. Carl Sagan says, well, maybe man from space came. And in fact, they do believe that Benjamin Banneker, the brother born November the 9th in the 1700s, who actually designed the completion of Washington, D.C., laid it out, himself was related to Dogon people. But it makes sense. He built the first movable clock. I mean, we're just such a great people. So no matter how much we have been treated in this country, suppressed in this country, we still invent. There's a guy named Tucker West I was looking at today. He actually creates water out of thin air. A black man that developed, I'm serious. He's got this special machine he set up and it pumps water out because water comes in gas, vapors, air, or something like that. Well, he knows that moisture, water is in the air in a vapor form. And he invented a machine to actually pull water out of thin air. So when they say out of thin air, that's exactly what he does. Yeah, and he's an engineer for the army. But so we are the greatest people on the planet. I say that unapologetically. We have a divine right to be here. We are the original man. We've walked this planet Earth. So when I did a lecture with Dr. Ivan Van Sertima in Texas, he explained all of it. We came before Columbus. Simple. Very, 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 very simple. But my piece, to get back on time after Rosman, and I'm hoping I catch what he has to say, is that we're heading into a new year. This new year is actually starting now. People think that the new year of 2024 starts in January, but basically it really starts right now, this period of late September into October. And what it does is it sets the stage for the year that is about to come. So I'm going to do a special piece on Monday on the power of 2024, but I'm going to be in very detail about it. Something like, I always say money, power, authority, achievement, but I'm going to be more specific in a month-by-month description. So it's going to be a powerful year. Yet 8 is an opposition number to the United States. And the following year, 2025, is also an oppositional number to the United States. So if over the next 2 years, the citizens of this country are stressed to a degree, and 8 rules economics, 8 rules real estate, 8 rules banking, 8 rules law, these are some of the areas that will be a challenge somewhat to people if they're not prepared.
Wow. Thank you, Lloyd, for that. That's a heck of a forecast, man. I want to thank you. And Kafunya, where'd you go?
Yeah, where did she go?
Where did she go? I don't know where.
I'm here. But I wanted to say, Lloyd, it's Saturday where we're going to be all meeting up together, the 30th.
I think I said Saturday, did I not?
No, you said Monday, I think.
No, I'm going to do a show on Monday.
Oh, yes. Okay.
On my own show, Numbers in You, on YouTube at 7.
Okay.
For the plug on YouTube on Monday. I'm going to be doing this, but I'm going to be talking about the year and what to be expected, because this is the time between late September into October that I call it the preview month. It always gives you a snapshot of what is to come for the year for 2024.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to talk on it Saturday, but I'm going to really expound on it on Monday.
Wow.
Beautiful, Lloyd. You're amazing. You know, I just have to say,
You're partial. That's all.
I'm not I'm not partial. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel it from my heart center. And, you know, from the very first time that I met you, I had the opportunity to meet you. It was like we clicked right away, and we've been doing things
Ever since.
ever since. So I just want to give you your plants and your flowers now.
Thank you.
You know, and Mama Ella, big up yourself, man. I didn't recognize you with the glasses.
And
Talking
I like
about Afua. She just rolled in here. When
like
Ross Ben show up, Afua's like, I'm coming in.
Hail up, blessed love, everyone.
Blessed.
Love, respect.
Yes.
And Afua, since you're here, why don't you tell the family what you got going on in Jersey?
In New Jersey, I'm doing wellness coaching. So when you Google Eco Holistic Oneness, you can find me there. And we're going into diving deep into using foods for medicine and also sweating, the art of sweating to release toxins and affirmations and mantras.
Okay.
So these the mudras and the mantras, and also with psychedelics, having some ceremonies here. There's also a dispensary I'm affiliated with. It's called New Jersey Weed Man's Joints, and we're serving smoothies, fresh smoothies infused with the plant medicines. So we're in Trenton, New Jersey, right across the street from City Hall.
That sounds like the irony of it all. Also, family, everybody down in Georgia, you got to be careful. I'm going to say this because I just got some news from my friend that a sister was riding around at night with her headlights out, and the cops pulled her over I guess for safety reasons, and then she had mushrooms in her car. In the state of Georgia, mushrooms is a felony.
Wow.
So she's facing felony charges, family. Wow. Be very careful, all of us who are tantrikas and medicine men and women who live in Atlanta, Georgia. Be very mindful of the Georgia state law. Shrooms is illegal.
Wow.
So now they got a GoFundMe trying to get her some money for a lawyer because she's facing, like, I think they're saying she's facing up at least a year, kidnapped. So be careful. Make sure you know your local laws, because all of this entheogenic inebriation is not free and fun-loving everywhere you live. So check your local laws.
Right. It's legal in New Jersey. True. It's legal in New Jersey. I believe in New York as well. But yes, we do have to fight for reform. We need the laws to be more friendly, because these are not they're not criminal. It's not criminal to have these plant medicines, and a lot of the mayors and the legislative leaders, they're not aware of the medicinal properties of these medicines. So it's up to us to educate them. And some of these mayors are open to listening, and they will change the law if we fight for it.
Now, also, family,
advocate for that.
Thank you for sharing that, Afua. Jamaica is becoming the new, Rossman, you heard about Jamaica becoming like the new Mecca for shroom cultivation?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, man.
Ring the door.
You heard about that, Kafunya?
I'm answering the door. I'll be right back.
Okay. Anyway, that's been in the news, but it's been, on the low. But Jamaica is becoming the new shroom Mecca. So without further ado, Lloyd, how you doing on your time, my brother?
I'm doing fine.
You're doing fine? Okay, so we're ready to move. Thank you, Afua, for sharing that. And one more time, Afua, give the location of the center that you have across from City Hall.
Right across the street from City Hall on East State Street. in Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah, maybe you can invite the mayor over to your place. You know, and then
Oh, he's right across the street. He comes over already.
Oh, okay. All right. That's very clever. Very clever. Yeah, that sounds great. So let me see. I have the flyer. I think I posted it already. That was a nice flyer, whoever put it together. Also, there's a Nat Turner event. This is my cousin, Prophet Nat Turner. Special shout out to Nat Turner Library. This is happening October 1st through the 2nd. Demystifying.
Birthday is on Monday.
That's Monday?
Yeah, Nat Turner was born on October 2nd. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that's his birthday.
That's his birthday.
Yes,
so
it is.
he was a Libra looking for justice.
Libra too.
Libra too. Thank you for sharing that, Lloyd.
Anytime.
Yeah. So I'm just reading this off. The contact number, if you want to go down to Nat Turner land, say hi to my cousins, 434-637-1230. 434 area code 637-1230. So they're going to have camping, metaphysical discussions, metaphysical vendors, nature trail walks, plant-based meats, Nat Turner mobile war trail tour. Because, you know, I haven't found one college named Nat Turner. I heard about John Brown University. I haven't seen no Nat Turner Boulevard or Nat Turner Avenue anywhere. I find that to be rather interesting.
Well, that was the revolutionary he was. That's
why. Yeah. Okay, Brother Ross.
My man, that's what I'm waiting for. Ross
Yeah,
Ben.
I'm ready. Let me pull him right to the center, man.
My man.
Come on, Ross Ben. Talk to us, brother. What you been cooking up in your literary lab?
Hey, well, being with y'all, I feel like I gotta open it up proper.
Go ahead, do your thing, brother.
And say glory to word, glory to sound, glory to power. As it was in the beginning, let it be right here, right now, in this divine time, in this sacred space. Oneness in our mind, heart, soul, and spirit. So that we could come together in a collective and be our truer selves. Let us come together and give thanks, praise, love, honor, and respect to that omniversal, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent awareness of the omniverse. Let's give thanks for our life, health, and strength. Let's give thanks for our knowledge, wise mind, and understanding. Let us give thanks for our faith, love, and charity. And let us give thanks for our food, clothing, and shelter. Let's honor the ancestors that are with us right here, right now. Those to our left, as well as those to our right. Those remembered, as well as those that are forgotten. Those from Africa, as well as those from the Americas. The mothers of our mothers, and the fathers of our fathers. We give thanks for your guidance and protection. We don't take none of it for granted. We got to honor them elders, those that are the example of how to live. We got two with us right here, Risingsun and Baba Strayhorn. Give thanks.
Man, we never was invited to no elder party. All of a sudden, get some gray hair and bam! Oh, you're an elder now, Jack.
Well, hey, I won't call you an elder, but
now you can call me an elder. But I don't no more. I didn't have enough psychedelics. Go ahead, brother.
Y'all are the example of how to live, and we give thanks for that. We don't take it for granted.
Royal habits.
Yeah.
Habits.
And so that we don't lead a circle of life broken, we want to honor those yet to be born that dwell in the wombs of the mamas and the loins of the babas. And we're going to pledge right here, right now, to do our best to make our homes, our community, our nation, and our planet a place worthy of your presence. Ashe?
Ashe.
Ashe?
Okay.
Ashe. So give thanks.
Mm.
Yeah,
I wish I
yeah,
had my
yeah.
drum there,
Oh, geez.
So, it's an honor to be in y'all presence. I don't think I've been in New York since the pandemic. It's been a long time since I've come up there.
True.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to build with y'all, And as California Star Rebel mentioned, we got 2 events lined up. The 29th, which is this Friday coming up,
Mm-hmm.
in Newark, New Jersey. What's the name of the spot, California?
Source of knowledge. It's a beautiful.
It's an excellent store.
Oh man, it is dynamic.
It's at 865 Broad Street in Newark.
Yes.
Well, I'm excited. Newark has a special place in my life. My empress of 34 years was born in Newark.
All right.
As well as my
Okay.
firstborn, my daughter Noelle. She was born in Newark. And y'all were talking about mayors. I know Ras Baraka. I went to school with Ras Baraka.
Oh.
And I'm close friends with his sister.
Mm.
Close friends with him, but life, I haven't stayed connected with him,
Small world.
But I've stayed connected with his sister, and I let him know, like, yo, I'm coming up there, brethren. Let's reconnect, so we'll see. Cause we are with Aquarius being activated by Pluto, right? So 2044. This year, Pluto went into Aquarius. It's going to be there to 2044.
Wow.
But maintaining connection with local governance is very relevant in this Pluto and Aquarius cycle. Power is going to be leveled. The hierarchical, federal, all of them, like the big boys in government, is going to be a leveling. It's going to be those that, manage municipalities and counties and communities. These are the ones, if they got integrity, right? And they good people, they need our support. They need our connection. They need our involvement. A lot of times when we get conscious, right? We have a malefic view of governance.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's that word mean, man? That's a fancy word, man.
Malefic?
Yeah, what's that mean?
Like malice. It's bad. We don't have governance. Malefic means to produce bad. So
like mean, a mean view.
Yeah, so we look at governance like something that don't produce goodness. It's malefic,
Like an enemy.
Yes. So, and I mean, yeah, here in Philly just now, right? I don't know if y'all heard about how the police rolled up on this brethren and just cold murdered him, And first they lied on him and said he was out of the car with a gun, but then it occurred in front of a house where the people dropped their those Ring cameras, and it showed that the cop just ran up on the boy and just took him out, So it's things like that that give governance and municipal authority a malefic look, But that's why we need to be more involved with this Pluto and Aquarius cycle.
Man, this is deep, man.
So yeah, hopefully Ross Baraka will come, and we can build and evolve from hearing from those who we've put in authority. But
So you said that's called
that's
Pluto and Aquarius?
Pluto and Aquarius, yeah, which
Oh,
went in this year,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And it will be in Aquarius till 2044. So
Wow.
Pluto is the smallest planet and it has the longest orbit. So it takes 270 years on average for Pluto to make a full circuit. And around the solar system, right?
270 years.
Yeah. And
Wow.
so it's in each sign, it varies, but it's in each sign 20, 25 years, on average, right? So I think it'll be in what is it to 2044 from here? 21 years?
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah. It's a big shift. Another big thing to watch out though with this Pluto and Aquarius, that hive mentality. Like if we take governance for granted, the hive mentality created through social media will become our leaders.
Mm.
Oh,
You
break
know?
that down, brother Ross, because that's some deep stuff, man. I know you ain't high on those shrooms, but that's way out, brother. Way out. Break that down,
well,
brother. I'm gonna put a cartouche around you, man. You and Lloyd got something. Y'all gotta illuminate us, man. 'Cause I ain't never heard nothing like a hive. I'm worried about robots. Now I gotta worry about.
they call Beyonce's fans. They call her the Beehive.
Mm.
Really?
And let's say this is one example of the hive consciousness, right? Because Beyonce's fans, she got millions of them, and they're zealous, right? So if somebody comes out on social media against Beyonce don't have to respond. Her beehive, she got millions of followers who will do something.
Sting you.
Yeah. So that's that hive consciousness.
Mm. Like the herd. Like the herd.
Herd consciousness, a beehive, you got one, an actual beehive, not Beyonce, but like you got one queen.
Right.
Her thoughts and decisions, the hive acts as one, right?
That's right. The beehives.
Beehives, yeah. So hive consciousness is
Damn.
going to become, if we take governance for granted, right? The institutions that allow us to elect officials who supposed to represent us.
Mm-hmm.
And corruption in that, Menendez in Jersey, they caught that dude with a kilo of gold and a $500,000 coming out of Egypt, So we know there's corruption and all of that. That's why I say if there's ones with integrity, we got to really rally around them and give them, vest them with that authority. That's, So these will become real relevant issues between now and 2024. By 2044, we might be saying power to the people, or we might be saying, some hive consciousness that, they've leveraged themselves in the place of government. Now they controlling our every move. And if we ain't down with that hive consciousness, like I'm not a Beyonce fan, right? I know better than to come out against her, right? But I ain't no Beyonce fan. But let's say government has been pushed to irrelevance. And
Oh yeah.
you got these hive consciousnesses. Maybe it could be Trump, these Trumpers, or what, any
Whatever, yeah.
whoever, right? Yeah. We don't want to find ourselves there and then looking back at government as the good old days,
Yeah, it's just like reclaiming your power. We have given away our power so easily, trusting the quote unquote good me. You know what I'm saying? And we are our own government.
Yes.
Well, that being said, we need to watch this, because if we are our own government, we've been sleep at the wheel.
Yeah, that may I say. I
That's
know.
what we're talking about. All of this is going to become relevant issues with Pluto and Aquarius, because Pluto is our relationship to power and truth. That's what Pluto represents. And being the smallest and slowest planet on a planetary level is the principle of homeopathy, where when you're working with homeopathy, you're not really given the substance. Like how they say Pluto ain't really a planet. There's moons in Neptune that are bigger than Pluto, right? But when you're working with homeopathy, you're not given the actual substance. You're given the energetic imprint of that substance. It's diluted so much, the actual presence of that substance isn't there, right? Pluto is homeopathy on a planetary level. So it's the principle is basically it's the most subtle. Whatever's the most subtle has the most profound impact.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What homeopathy represents. You give someone the most subtlest essence of something, right? It's going to have the most profound healing effect in the body.
Yeah.
Well,
And
brother,
what's interesting, Pluto went retrograde on May the 1st and will go direct on October 10th. So it's about another
coming up.
Half it'll be going direct back into its normal rate of speed.
Yeah.
wow.
The number of transformation.
Yes.
Wow.
It makes his presence felt. And Aquarius is a revolutionary sign anyway. And Pluto is a revolutionary planet. So when you put those things together, there is going to be a big change.
Yes.
And it's not the new world order that most people are thinking about.
Right.
Planning for the new world order, but there's some stars in the heavens that got greater plans than these guys.
There we go.
And
There
starting at home, family, I'm putting this up so that you can make the change at home.
Mm.
Everybody in y'all phones though? Oh, y'all the real cowards. Record that too. Everybody on the phone, record that. Everybody recording the phone, real coward. Ain't cool, man. Y'all in the middle of the street. Look, she's smiling and laughing. They laughing. Look, he laughing. Got a big smile on his face, bro. He got a big smile on his face. Look at your man right here. It's supposed to be your man. Look, looking up. Listen, look, laughing, little brother. You really upset. And you really upset. You more mad than he is. I can see it in your face. So you fighting for a reason. He only fighting you because you want to fight him. Look at the crowd. And little bro, look, whatever you text him for that you don't know, you was ill-advised. My thing is, look at the trick of the devil. Who ill-advised you? Look around. Who ill-advised you? Who told you wrong? Y'all men start acting like yo. You can't sleep.
Yeah, and that's because the self-hate program that has been instituted in the society amongst melanated people, and people with melanin don't understand that it's like so many thousands a gram. I think it's like 500 a gram for melanin. So that number like that, it's a very
Yeah, well, we got to go back to where it was before the civil rights era, because Martin Luther King, he curved off the wrong road, and that breaking up of the family led to children being fatherless, boys being fatherless, and we got to change the circumstances. We can't just say, "Oh, yeah, that's somebody else's fault." No. We got to grab ourselves by the bootstraps.
Yes.
Take responsibility, because having having this problem in our community, Philadelphia, Chicago. Yo, police can't hold a candle to black on black crime in LA, Miami. Let's get real. Let's stop. Don't pull the wool over our eyes going from Pluto into Aquarius. Let's keep the truth of it. We got bamboozled by the movement of Martin Luther King. And what I found out, and it's just recently I found out, the older people were like, "No, we ain't going for that." The young folks went for the hokey doke.
Wow.
The young folks brought that dream, and I don't know if Martin Luther King was high or what. And then at the end, he says, "Oh, I led my people into a burning house." Oops, are you for real? And then they smoked him.
Yeah, we do see integration for us was a disintegration.
Right.
And then they gave the black women a choice between a paycheck and a husband, and they signed with a paycheck. Whose fault is that? That's crazy. I know sisters that's multi-generational single mother. Going back to the 60s, we got a problem. And if we're not in therapy, why do you think I take psychedelics? I'm out of my rabbit ass mind. I need therapy. That's right. I said it, and you need therapy too. You crazy. Or alcohol. All my friends down there by the liquor store right now on Franklin Eastern Parkway, but they real. They're not pretentious.
Yeah, we all have a lot of.
We got work to do. We definitely have work to do. And this whole divide and conquer vibration is another program that, like what's her name? Frances Quest Wilson.
Yes.
Was saying that we have, with our brain computer, we have to reprogram we have to unlearn what has been learned, for sure. Because my whole thing is, how can 1%, so to speak, rule over the 99? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. With that being said, I just wanted to let people know that on Friday, I will be opening the way with my crystal bowl sound bath meditation with spoken word. That's going to be on Friday as well in Newark. And also on Saturday, Saturn Day, I'll be opening the way as well, alongside with Lloyd Strayhorn and Risingsun. So we're going to be giving and pushing out high vibrational frequencies with those crystal bowls, because they elevate the cells, and the cells are always listening to that chatter, that mind chatter all the time. So you've got to be careful what you're thinking. Like if I'm about to judge something, I say, I'm not, no judgment. I'm not judging. No. And I'll fill it with something like, I am God, I am grateful, I am thankful, because you got to catch that monkey mind immediately, because it'll have you on a roller coaster. So thoughts become things. We got to get that. Yeah. And you take the power of the tongue, life or non-life, positive or non-positive. You know what I'm saying? So we're at the time. I mean, I feel the shift that's happening. I mean, even if I wasn't, quote unquote, in awareness, I still feel something is in the air. You know what I mean? And like when Risingsun opened the way to make sure that, even if we don't agree with one another, it doesn't mean we have to fight one another. It doesn't mean we have to shoot one another, and we don't have, I want to tell my people this, we don't have copyrights on killing one another. We don't. Look what's happening in Ukraine. Look what's happening in other Eurocentric countries. But they like to highlight the powers that should not be, and the media like to highlight our imperfections. Every nation has imperfections. We don't have copyrights on that. But because we were the first people, we have to maintain royal habits. That's why when people listen to my ad on Instagram, it's about royal habits and up in your vibration, which you can. It takes time, but you can do it. You got the power within. Yahshua the Christ said, don't you know that ye are gods?
Ashe.
All right. You're muted, Mama Ella. Oh, before.
Gods and goddess, Ashe.
Yes. So, it's very, very important. Let me tell you, when I was at the Ashwa Kwesi event, I just love our people with all their ups and downs. If you see the beauty of the Ashwa Kwesi event as an example, and the event that they had at Nicholas, beautiful Black brothers and non-melanated people were there as well, soaking in the vibrations of the word, sound, and power that the band, what's his name again, Risingsun? The gentleman who performed?
Eddie Bellis. And
Eddie Bellis.
And his wife is relative to King Simon.
Exactly.
King Simon's Family Got Talent. I asked King Simon, I said, King Simon, when you coming out with your next album?
Exactly. You got to come out with it. And I like the message that King Simon, it touched me deeply, because what I did is, he said, Kafunya, you're supposed to be writing a book. So what I did is I copied out most of my spoken word, my visions, and song lyrics that I have. And I have a few more that I have to do the data entry to. And he said, Les Brown said, never leave this planet with your dreams that you wanted to bring forth to the people. Because when you write something, when you have something to say, it's not just a random thing. It's something that is put in your heart, and your heart chakra, or your anatomical heart, is 1,000 times stronger than what's non-local here. So you have 3 brains. You have the heart chakra, which is 1,000 times stronger than your mind, right? It has the same electromagnetic field that surrounds the earth. Then you have your gut, where everything starts in that gut. So you got to be mindful of your gut. That's your second brain, or some people say it's the first. I say it's the second. And then you have the non-local brain. So when you want to do something, just put your left hand on your heart chakra, and you'll get your answers. Or even before you go to and rest, ask the universe, ask that prime creator, what am I supposed to be doing? And you're going to get answers. I'm telling you, this shit is real. And if you really want something, write that down, because I'm living proof of where I'm living. Lloyd, you came to my home in Jersey. You know what it's like. I wrote that ish down.
And with that being said, I want to share this clip, because we have in our community so much trauma that we misappropriate and misuse the power of the spoken word.
Never underestimate the power of the spoken word. Words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. What you say is what you get. So on this beautiful Monday, we're going to speak wealth, health, prosperity, generosity, and kindness. Repeat after me. I feel amazing.
I feel
wonderful.
amazing.
I feel grateful to be alive. I am grateful for my hands, my feet, my eyesight, my tongue, my teeth. I am grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful that my income is constantly increasing. My money-making ideas are constantly increasing. I am a generous person. put out kind energy, positive energy, and I receive it back.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Very,
Asheo.
very, very important. People just say things random, but they don't know that once it goes out beyond you. You think you're just talking to a person saying, well, blah, 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 blah. But you really have to be mindful of your thoughts. You have to weed it out, and like a good guide is, of course, the Four Agreements is a very good guide for that. Ross Ben has some awesome books that give awesome guidance to people. Like, for instance, I have one right here. This one, The Rock of Ages, their new edition. Very, very powerful book.
Yes.
And Mystic Philly, and what's the other one?
5G Wellness.
Huh?
Free your mind and your mind will follow.
Yeah, free your mind and say it again.
Free your mind and
Free
your
your
mind
mind.
will follow.
Yes.
We got 5G 101.
5G 101.
But then the one I'm promoting, because between the pandemic and some personal family dynamics we had to deal with, I got a whole next book that I ain't really promote. Knowledge of the Nomo, the Dogon Decoded. This thing's been out a couple of years, and I haven't done nothing around it. The pandemic jammed me up, and then I did lose my son. I lost my son last year, so that thing just just slowed up the works. But yeah, I've done some healing.
Yes.
Pandemic is I know they're trying to gear it back up, so I was like, shit, before they gear this thing back up, let me get up to New York and let me see the people before they want to quarantine us again, So,
well, no, people is not going for that issue.
Yeah, you're right. I ain't going for it neither, but
yeah.
Here, there's a lot of folks. We got a lot of folks around us spooky. You better believe it. I see face condoms everywhere here on the Parkway. Our folks are spooky because they can be ruled by fear. Face condoms are out here like a mofo. Our folks are spooky.
Well, why is this kept? They're actually trying to pass a law to construct a quarantine camp in New York.
Wow.
Curtis Sharp. He's been
detained without any notice. You have no redress. If you want to get out, you got to get a lawyer and sue them.
Wow.
What?
There is a law that's trying to be passed, and so the election is coming up on November 8th here in New York City, where the governor and the attorney general are quietly trying to actually institute the building of a quarantine camp.
Wow.
And guess who they're gonna lock up the most?
People that look like us.
Exactly.
More power to
So that's why music artists have to take responsibility on what kind of music they create. Because it is no longer acceptable. Now, what happened in so-called white America, they're finding out that their little Betty and Bob is starting to listen to this gangster rap. Now they want to lock up all the rappers because they're finding that they are now affecting their kids, and we got to listen to being mindful and responsible.
Now, y'all do understand that music is spell. Bring it out. Stay with me now. Music has words, yes? Yes. The Bible, scripture, tells you that the tongue holds life or death. It do. Let's think about it. You can essentially speak life or death over your temple, over your crown, through the words that you speak. Yes. Now, y'all do understand that music is spell. Bring it out. Stay with me now. Music has words, yes? Yes. The Bible, scripture.
So I just wanted to share that. And that's what these young boys got to be taught by their fathers, that they have to be mindful of spoken word. A sellout with a prison industrial complex. We got a lot of work. We are literally in Kali Yuga, and I don't know where Pluto and Aquarius is going to bust up some Kali Yuga, but we're in the bottom of the barrel, like I call it. We're in a dysfunctional junkyard with broken hearts, wounded souls, sliding on chicken grease. Wow. Now, what's the therapy?
Chicken. I'm crazy. The way you put your words together, it's true. But like Brother Bob said, wake up and live. Wake up and live. And because we have not been taught the power of the spoken word, we just think we can just say anything. But you can't. And that we've never been taught that thoughts create reality. They do.
That's where the grandmas were supposed to teach the daughters, because y'all women can out-talk us a mile a minute. Y'all are supposed to be the acoustical priestesses. But, that's a whole nother story.
Well, I'll tell you, I have to refer back to the Aswad Crazy event. I mean, I'm hoping that the brother and his Empress will record, have that recorded and let the people hear that, because that is one of the most dynamic lectures or information that was given. She talked about the empresses. Always with men of power, there was always an empress right there, side by side. It wasn't, well, he's in front and she's in back. No,
side by side,
straight back.
Right.
Empress goddess. And she also talked about the revolutionary sisters that were on the battlefield on the side of their goddess or god. And even if she wasn't, she was fearless, a warrior. And so when I say reclaim your power, you really have to know that, you gave your power away to an illusion. It's an illusion that you gave your power to, And like one sister said, I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I am with you side by side. And those women that says, oh, I don't need a man. Come on. Don't you know that's a program to stop the delivery of our people? I don't need a man, this and that, and that's why I say whenever I'm on Instagram or anything posting, I don't always post, I always say the unveiling continues. There's so much things coming out, you know what I mean? And we just have to know that the power is within us. And like Risingsun says, if you don't have a pistol, you better have a crystal. And guess what? Guess what is coming on Gaia TV? A whole episode with Greg Braden, with Bruce Lipton, and some other avatars who I respect. They have a whole thing about crystals that I never heard before. And because they're having a free trial, I am going to listen to what they have to say on that subject, because I know that crystals, I love them. They're my friends. I call them my friends. These are my friends. These are my friends.
Let me tell you what makes a crystal dance. And we're going to talk about this. I'll do a little opening because I want Ross Ben. I want to sit back in the audience and listen to Ross Ben kick it. Family, I'm going to share with you how you can use noble gas out of a light bulb to activate a crystal for the purpose of arresting or regenerating your cells. All right, I'm holding what is known as xenon gas. Xenon is known to regenerate, and also in experimenting Ross, Lloyd, it activates crystals and orgone. So we're going to go over a little bit of that, but I want Ross Ben to be the main quarterback of Saturday's event, family. And I'm gonna put up the flyer right now.
No, he is the main speaker.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
We're
he
doing, and I said, I put it out there. I said, Newark and Brooklyn, come out, turn up, and come out and give Rasben the welcome that he is worthy of. All right? Come out, turn up, and turn out.
Yes, I. Yes, I. Risingsun, go ahead and put up them graphics.
I was eating something on the down low.
All right. Yeah. Get your grub on. So yeah, just to reaffirm what Kafunya was saying, the 29th, Friday, will be at Source of Knowledge Bookstore. What's the time on that, Kafunya?
Doors are at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
6 p.m., where I will be there also opening the way with the sound, word sound power with the bowls.
Yes.
Right? And Brother Divine will be there as well. I got to give a shout out to him because he's the one that helped get the Source of Knowledge bookstore to host Rasben. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And that, like Brother Lloyd said, that place it's an oasis.
Yes, it is.
For the first time, and saw Umar Johnson speaking, and then I went inside and I was completely blown away.
All right.
So my sister in Jersey, make sure you spread the word with that one. Ifua.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Give me the flyers, the information, and please add me to your whatever you have going on so that I can also reach out to my people, share, and
bring some nice chewables, huh?
I'd love to.
Yeah, and then Saturday, we're going to be at Nick. Put that back up, Star.
You got it, brother, right here.
Yeah, Saturday, the 30th. Again, doors opening at 6. Nicholas, Brooklyn. With the tribe we on with now. Ankh Risingsun, Elder Strayhorn, and the Star Rebel. Yeah. You know that's going to be fire.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun there. And we got to support those who we know. I mean, everybody wants to support, these artists and everything like that. But we have our artists here, because everything came from something. Yeah. And so we just want to make sure that you show your love, show your love, to the people like Lloyd Strayhorn, astronumerologist. I mean, come on, man. This man was on Oprah. This man has a show on WBLS. This man is teaching his...
Yeah, but he might not be there on Saturday.
He is going to be there.
I may be very late, but I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
He's going to be here. Now, when Lloyd said
I want to get Robin's book, if nothing else. I want to get one of his
I want to be there. I have a cousin getting married in Virginia.
Well, that's all right. I'm going to be there. I'm going to ride my bike over there. But what I want is Rasben. I uploaded all these pictures, and I'm ready to pop these pictures when you're ready, man.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, what we got here?
We'll give y'all a little taste, just a little taste, little flavor of what we planning to share. And again,
what are we looking at, man? Because it looked like a pyramid that's high.
Well, this is called the Ark of Pure Earth, or the Korana by the Dogon. And this is the cover of my book, Knowledge of the Nomo, the Dogon Decoded, Okay. And, we're... like, the biggest thing with the Dogon is that much of the information put out about them, it came from the other. It came from someone who's not culturally aligned with the Dogon, right?
Okay.
So they've been the center of this great mystery and this debate, like where they get their knowledge from. Because Western astrophysicists had to acknowledge that the Dogon's account of the Sirius star system
Yep.
could only be verified by the use of high-powered X-ray telescopes, right? So, it came up assuming all of the racial stereotypical assumptions that, what you say, Eurocentric or Western-minded seekers of knowledge, how they look at Africa as a place like, there weren't no scientists or weren't no science in Africa before they came. You could go to the next. Yeah, they done come up with all of these different theories that they're just preposterous. And my intention was to ultimately demystify what's up with the Dogon, and go to the next one, Star. Yeah, and even go to the next one. Yeah, to set the stage for the proper angles for Dogon research. We got to study the geochronology of the Sahara Desert. The Sahara wasn't the vast desert that it is now throughout, recorded history. At one time, it was a lush wetland, right? What makes sand? Water, right? So, we got to look at the geochronology of the Sahara and line it up with the chronology of Kemet, which really go back to that one. Yeah, which really chronicles 4 great epochs in Kemetic, Nile Valley, and then Greater Saharan history. Ta Marie being what we know of as Kemet or Egypt. But there were 2 epochs of recorded time before Kemet, Ta Neter and Ta Seti. Most of these historic epochs, these events occurred under the sea of sand in the Sahara now. So we got to know what is chronicled in these, again, the Western scientist or Western historian might call prehistory. What the hell is that? Prehistory. Think about that. What they're saying with prehistory is anything that occurred in human evolution and life on the planet, if we ain't recorded, it ain't really history.
That's pretty arrogant.
But there was also an epoch of history after Kemet, after Egypt, in the Sahara, when the Nile Valley was invaded. You can still go back up to, when the Nile Valley was invaded by successive foreigners, Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome. The indigenous inhabitants of the Nile fled to the Congo River Basin and the Niger River Basin. Okay? Many of the invaders that Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Rome, they came from the north and the east. So where did the indigenous flee to? South and west. So you can see on this map. And that's what we know as Ta Ganet, or what they have recorded as the Empire of Ghana. Right? So all of that is like, we have to look at Kemetic, Congo, and now Niger River history from this perspective, right? You could go to the next one, Star.
Okay, pulling it up now.
Yeah, and we got to really do our best to look at Kemetic history from the lens of the Dogon. Okay, the Dogon, the fact that we have their information is very interesting. Okay, because in like the 50s and 60s, there were two French anthropologists. Last names were Griot and Detelin. They recognized that the Dogon were one of the last pre-Islamic cultures of the Sahara, right? So if they wanted to get what the indigenous African was thinking before the arrival of Islam, they felt like they really needed to study the Dogon. And so the way they did it, they attempted to make themselves as transparent as possible. They were self-aware to the degree like, yeah, we have a Eurocentric perspective. So if we try to put an angle or interpret what the Dogon tell us, we're going to skew it. So they just attempted to be as transparent as possible. At the same time, for reasons I'm still attempting to research and be able to identify, the Council of Dogon Priests, the Hogan, right? For whatever reason, they felt like they had to drop all their tapes for the world. You know, like kind of like Credo Mutwa, how I guess reading the signs of the times, he felt like, yeah, I'm a Zulu shaman. I studied decades learning this. And I had to go through initiations and rites of passage to earn the ability to learn this. But guess what? This appointed time, I'm going to share it with humanity. The Dogon priest did the same thing. So when Griot and Detelin showed up, the Hogan decided, yo, we're going to drop all our tapes, right? So that manifested as two publications. One is called The Pale Fox. It's a 600-page book. Super difficult to read and understand, you know, because Dogon cosmology and Dogon symbolism, the reality is it don't translate well into English. It don't translate well into French. So even though these characters were transparent as they could be, you know, it takes decades to study the Pale Fox and glean some meaning out of it, right? The other publication is called Conversations with Ogo Temeli, where Ogo Temeli who was one of the high priests of the Hogan. He was like, you know, the Hogan of Hogans. He sat down and had about a 1 month long series of conversations with Griot and Detelin, excuse me. So that, you know, these two books is basically the compendium of Dogon cosmology, as well as the Dogon chronology of ancient Kemet. But you got to know, you got to be able to decode it. You got to be able to, you know, get in the mind of these Hogan. And that's what I did my best to do. Right? We go to the next one, Star. And we say Kemet in general, right? But we know within Kemet, within the Nile Valley, during dynastic Kemet, there were several temple complexes many of them had different and even polarized or conflicted cosmological systems, right? So we got to be specific. Who, which temples, which priesthoods, which cosmologies in the Nile Valley did the Dogon preserve? And it was the temple complex of Thebes, of Waset, of Pet Isut, Luxor. These are all the same name of the temple, same temple complex, different names. So Thebes and Luxor are like the Greek names. In Kemet, it was known as the Pet Isut, which is most sacred of places, or like Waset, sacred school, you know? So the Dogon preserved the Theban perspective, which were the Asarians. Okay, the Asarians. The Asarian what do you say, the original indigenous that came from Napata and Merowe up in, and that's in the Sudan, that's in Nubia, because that's where Sar's original home was. And he came to this temple complex, the Asarians, to reestablish Asarian rule over the Nile Valley, because this is going to be heartbreaking to a lot of people. Okay, but dynastic Kemet was really the downfall. Dynastic Kemet was the downfall of the Asarian way of life. The Asarians were, and if we could say it in one word, they were naturalists. And dynastic Kemet was founded by the Memphites, by Ptah, by Imhotep. These boys were the technologists, you know? The Asarians were mound builders. The Thebans were mound builders. The Memphites, pyramid builders. Subtle but profound difference, you know? So when we study in Dogon cosmology, what we got to realize and recognize that they preserve the Theban perspective. So what does that tell us? At this sacred temple right here, they knew that Sirius was a binary star system with a 50-year orbit, right? They knew there was a dark star in the Sirius star system. Everything that the Dogon, they hyped them up about. They got it from here. This is the source of their knowledge, okay? So it's one thing to say that, but if we go to these temples and we find the words on the stone, the words, you know, the hieroglyphs, and we translate that and see what the teachings are there, right? And then compare it to what's in the Pale Fox, compare it to the conversations with Ogo Tameli. What do we find? They the same teachings. So it ain't just Ross Ben appointing random correspondence. And that's what we do in Knowledge of the Nomo. We got the Kansu cosmogony, then we got the conversations with Ogo Tameli. Compare and contrast, you know? We could go to the next one, Star.
I love this, Ross Ben, because, you know, a lot of people don't know that, you know, the origin of who we are in the motherland. And we did have our own African, what is now called African cosmology.
Yes.
And we had our own spirituality. And we got hoodwinked thinking that something foreign, or saying like, oh, the grass must be greener on the other side, which is not. And I am asking people to, you know, study. We have to study. We have to open books. One of the people in the chat was sorting out their books, and guess what book they have?
What's that?
The classic Rock of Ages.
Ages. Well, you know what?
It's worth.
If you got the new edition, right? Because the original Rocks of Ages was about crystals, right? But then when I wrote a new edition, came out in 2008, and that was 4 years before what? 2012, right? So everybody was on that 2012 fear factor and Mayan this and So I attempted to, we say, find out what time it is from other indigenous cosmologies. What did they have to say about this time? And I summarized a lot of Dogon cosmology in Rocks of Age and New Edition.
Ah.
So it's it, yeah. So if y'all got Rocks of Ages, you got some Dogon science there. But it was just, like I said, it was really a summary. And it was really focused too on just like, well, what time is it to the Dogon? We get to, like I said, they had to feel it was serious time. Can you imagine how much initiation and rites of passage them Hogan high priests had to go through to learn the intergenerational knowledge passed on to them from them elders? That wasn't easy, right? So it had to be a serious thing.
Yes, I.
Be serious times where they was like, you know what? Right, we had to invest a lot of our energy in through rites of passage and initiation to earn the opportunity to learn this information. But it's time to share it with the world.
That's right.
We in some, we in serious times. So that was kind of what we focused on in Rocks of Ages. But I felt like, I'll be honest too, let me say this. I think time is going to reveal down the line that of all of my works, this knowledge of the Nomo is going to be the most important and the most relevant. I think this is it. Because when we attempt to answer the questions that was raised by the Dogon mystery, right? All the, like, where they get the information from and da-da-da-da-da. And we attempt to answer the question, why did these priests drop their tapes now? Yo, it's important. And to be honest too, many of the, like, I don't know what you would call them, conspiracy theories or like, does Nibiru exist? What's up with Planet X? Because that's another thing. The Western scientists got all mesmerized that the Dogon knew about Sirius star system, right? But then they didn't study none of the rest of the cosmology. The Dogon break down the whole galaxy.
Wow.
They describe what Western scientists call the black hole in the center of our galaxy. They call it the Po, which is, they say, is the smallest seed that's that's invisible and audible at the center, but is the source of all light and sound. That's what astrophysicists call the black hole, right? So they break down the whole galaxy. But did anyone else attempt to decode what the Dogon say in their complete cosmology? And how can we assume they're right? Because if they knew details about the Sirius star system that Western scientists could only verify using high-powered telescopes, right? Who are they to question anything these people are saying? You know what I'm saying? This goes back to the Eurocentric Western perspective and how it's going to skew any serious research on what these people shared with humanity.
Mm.
You know what I mean? This is serious. They ain't dropped them tapes for nothing. They dropped the tapes.
Yes, sir.
We who are listening and talking right now can know who we are, know where we are in the galaxy, know the fullness of a lot of the mysteries. The whole alien, quote unquote alien conspiracy, with all of that. They break it down. Nibiru, why does our solar system appear to be one star when most stars in the cosmos are binary? They break it all down.
Wow.
So that's what we attempt to do.
Brother Ross, could you tell for those, I'm playing dummy's advocate, what does binary mean?
Two-star system. Yes. Like the Sirius star system is a binary star system. When you look at it, you see one luminary, you see one star, but there are actually two stars in that solar system. To be honest, the Dogon say there's actually three stars up there, right? Potolo, Sigitolo, and Tolo. They say Tolo, Western scientists will never be able to ever detect. They say Tolo is the star of the woman, the star of the goddess, right? And Amma, the intelligence of the omniverse, cloaked Tolo, so she can't be violated by Yorugu or Ogo, which is like what the Dogon call the Western mind or the Euro-centered mind, the pale fox. So, and the pale fox corresponds who suckled Romulus and Remus. Who suckled Romulus and Remus? The she-wolf. So the pale fox corresponds to the Kemetic wolf, she-wolf, which is Hereshaph. Okay? So,
Brother,
yeah, say what?
Brother Ross.
Yeah.
Lloyd, do you have any closing words before you take off on your ship?
Just can't wait to Saturday. We're going to try to get there to see everything. This is the most amazing.
Well, guess what, brother? Guess what? Your signed copy, even if you don't make it, your signed copy will be with the Star Rebel or the Rising Sun waiting on you, all right? Don't feel no way. We got to
he will be there.
I tell you, I think Lloyd got a ship parked up on his rooftop, but you didn't hear it from me.
Yeah. Y'all got a taste.
No, I've always had a love and respect for the Dogon people. And like they were saying, Carl Sagan says, well, missionaries came through. They gave the Dogon people no credit at all.
Nah.
How could you do this without telescope? Brother Ross Ben, the way you broke this down, let me tell you, this unravels a lot of the serious mystery, which is why they call it that, the serious mystery.
Yes.
And and then there's one of the books I have, there's a picture of the brothers. They looked like they was on 125th Street in African Road.
You know what I'm saying? I know the picture you're talking about.
Yeah. Look, just like they're on
that is the Hogan. That's their council rock. I know exactly the picture you're talking about.
Look, just like they was off 125th Street, brother.
Are you gonna have that picture, Ross Ben, in your slide presentation?
It might not be in my presentation, but it's in the book.
Yeah, but he knows what I'm talking about.
I know the picture's in the book because I included a picture of the Hogan. Like this is the order that shared these teachings,
and they would get no credit.
Right.
So they would get no credit.
No credit.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Dogon have a ship buried up underneath their land, and they're just not dropping it on the Europeans because they wouldn't know how to act.
Yeah.
True.
But I'm gonna have to exit for now. But Saturday, I'll see you then.
All right, Elder. Much
Thank you, Lloyd.
respect. Keep up with your good works.
Thank you.
Steady on the good works.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very blessed. And this is part of the blessings too, just being in your presence. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being on, Lloyd.
Okay, thank you.
Travel safe, brother.
Saturday.
Bye-bye.
Don't get no speeding tickets because I know how you ride.
And for those who are out of town and want to support the event, Ross Ben, Brother can you put up Ross Ben's Cash App for the out of towners? We have a lot of out of towners here, and we're not sure if we're going to be able to live stream or not. We're not sure, but if you're able to still support Ross Ben's works, for the people who are out of town or overseas or whatever,
What you do, Sistar, is go to rossben.com and order the book.
Okay,
Rossben.com. Yeah. I love a donation, but let's make it an exchange.
Yeah, all right. I love that.
Hey, but we are attempting the red pill. I don't know if both pillars will be there. It'll be interesting to see, but I have been told that the red pillar is intending to be at Nicholas. And the red pillar is going to, if he's there and he can line the technology up, we're going to live stream it.
Okay.
So, I wish we had secured those details so we could share it tonight, but it might just mean we have to come forward, either on IG or something to get that word out there.
To get the word out. Well, I put in the chat that people who are interested in the live stream, the possible live stream, if it happens, that they could DM me on Instagram, Kafunya Star Rebel, and I'll get that information out to them as soon as I can get it out to people. And if we have to do another, like you said, another IG to let people know that we'll be live streaming, or we come on Unk Rising again, we can put that information out there because it's relevant. Because if we knew who we were, I don't think we would be in the positions that we are in right now. And some people might say, well, what does the past have to do with the future? It has a lot to do with the present moment.
Right. And a lot of Dogon teachings, for real, can be looked at as prophecy. That, it's rooted in a history, but they're speaking about, well, not even just the future, but like the present reality. They, if you can decode it, you will realize, man, they know so much about stuff that's going on in what you call the modern world today. They know all about the pale fox. They know all about Rome. Marimbi Ali wrote that book, Urugu, where she really breaks down the psychology of the Roman mind from the Dogon perspective, right? And I do recommend that as another supplemental reading. Another good reading is what's that brother's name? It's escaping me at the moment. It'll come to me. But it's a classic. He's really the vanguard in decoding Dogon cosmology. Was it Richard King? Is that his name?
I'm not sure. Nellie Fuller? Is it Nellie Fuller?
No, it'll come to me.
Okay.
But I would recommend Marimba Ani's book because she really goes into what you might call the Eurocentered Western psychology from a Dogon perspective. But what it really shows is, yeah, again, another poor assumption made about the Dogon, because they live in a arid, barren, desert environment, that they're cut off from the streams of knowledge, the sources of knowledge, But yeah, that's wrong. They say wrong. Yeah, wrong assumption. They was in the flow.
King Simon said it's Charles Finch.
There you go.
Charles Finch.
Charles Finch. Thank
Give
you.
thanks, King Simon.
Yeah, man. You knew what it is. Thank you.
Yes, I.
Yeah. Salute, King Simon.
Yes,
honor, respect, star. So, like I say, just to close out my sharing, I think when it's all said and done, knowledge of the Nomo, the Dogon Decoded, is going to be counted and remembered as one of my most important works.
Yes, I give thanks.
Just like Credo Mutwa, because he could speak English, right?
Right.
His classic book is Indaba, My Children. Okay? Credo was able, he didn't need a griot and a ditterling to drop his tapes. He just dropped them. He knew English.
Yeah, and we got to give a shout out to, what's his name, David Icke. In the early days, he went to speak with this brother.
There you go.
A lot of science.
That's right. And put it in video format so it would be more accessible.
I just want to drop
Indaba, My Children, that is, I will say, Indaba, My Children ain't easy either. And I think that book is like 800 and something pages.
Brother Ross.
Yo.
Credo Mutwa said that the intraterrestrials that live inside the earth, African countries and kingdoms were too strong for Europeans. And according to Credo Mutwa, he said that the intraterrestrials teleported into the African kings' bedrooms and terrorized them to accept European incursion.
Wow.
So, according to Credo Mutwa, they're the ones who's running the planet since the fall of Atlantis.
Yeah. Dogon have a similar teaching.
Wow.
They say that there are two inner earth creatures that were spawned by Urugu, which is another name for the pale fox, right? It's like Ogo is the pale fox in its heavenly form. Urugu is the pale fox in its terrestrial form. But they say that Urugu, through an act of incest, improper relations with Mother Earth, spawned two creatures. So these two creatures were born of an unnatural birth. One is called the Yeban, Yeban. The other is called the Amdubulu. Amdubulu. I'm not going to try to spell that. But these two beings are described as like the short and tall grays. Okay, and the Dogon say that they're so thin and spindly, right? You know how the grays are like real thin and spindly?
Mm-hmm.
That they're so ashamed and embarrassed of their physical form that they hide within the earth. But that they're big manipulators on the planet. You know, they manipulate a lot. They do a lot. Again, for Yurugu, for Ogo. So it lines up with a Credo Mutwa when he say that these inner earth creatures assisted Rome or the pale fox, the Western Eurocentric mindset to be able to, you know, get up in the continent. So that's consistent.
Well, you know,
I have a question.
oh, there's a question.
You know, Ross Ben and Sister California, you know, when we went to the mountains, no, it was up in the cave. We went in a cave.
Franklin, New Jersey.
No. It wasn't that one. We went under a cave, like
Right. I remember.
Where was that?
cave, right?
Help me.
And then we were doing some meditation, and we had the Ankh.
Where was this?
I think it
in upstate New York, maybe Herkimer.
By Albany. We went to a cave that was not like all modern out and everything. We went to like this
real cave
with underground.
Maybe I wasn't there. Was I there?
I'm not sure if you were there or not.
Yeah.
But what the sister's talking about, we did a meditation in the dark.
Yes, under the cave.
Under the cave.
I mean, inside, but the cave was underground.
Underground.
In the earth, like what you're describing, right? So, Sister California took us there.
Wow.
And
Rebel.
afterwards, you know, there were some people that were describing these short and tall beings.
Huh.
Yes. It was more than one person. I'm sitting there like, huh? You know, like not having a clue what they're talking about. But I remember a few, 2 or 3 people mentioning these creatures.
Interesting.
They said they saw. And they were where you're describing they were, that's where we were.
Yes, definitely. I forgot the name of the cave that we went to because I would take people to, like, I think on that particular trip, we went to 2 caves or maybe 1 cave. I'm not sure. But I think I'm going to be starting up those crystal tours, those crystal caves again.
Crystal cave tours, yes. But
yeah,
the
cave
creatures
tours.
you're describing, yes, they said they saw them.
Yes,
and they describe them the same description that you're describing them as well.
I'm telling you, we're living in mystical times. It's not about spookism or anything like that. We're just, you know, we're in great times. You know, we're living in great times to bear witness to these different occurrences that are happening. And we are beautiful people. You know what I mean? We just have to recognize who we are, what we are. And we have the avatars like Lloyd Strayhorn. We have Ross Ben. You know, I'm a perpetual student myself, and I'm learning more and more, you know, about things that are mystic. Like Bob Marley would say, there's a natural mystic flowing through the air. If you listen very carefully, you will hear. So put down the cell phones for a minute. Like sometimes I go out without my cell phone. And you feel so much lighter without your cell phone. Right? And someone told me, like one of my friends told me, Kafunya, I'm surprised because you're always, you know, posting things and whatnot. And she said, that's very, very mature of you, because if it was any other time, I would be, oh, I left myself, but I don't do that anymore. I just leave my cell phone. If it happens, it happens. I just leave it, because we need to get a break from these, electromagnetic energies that are not good for us, that cause a lot of different health issues.
Well, I'm going to share this Saturday.
Ooh.
This is a design for the purpose of activating water, also pineal gland, stimulate pineal gland, third eye opening.
Are those magnets, Rising Sun?
Yes, sir.
Oh my
These
God.
are multi-pole magnets arranged with magnetic powder for the purpose. It's actually 18 magnets altogether. And I'll have these available for sale.
Wow.
At Saturday's event. And I wore this at night last night. I've been working with this for a while. But the thing is, Brother Ross, California, opening the first eye ain't no joke. You gotta ask for spiritual guidance, because when you open it up, your presence, your attention is amplified on whatever you focus on, because you like that giant eye in the movies. So having this against the forehead, family, you can also use it to activate crystals. So this is what I've been doing in the lab, Brother Ross. And the interesting thing, it came out looking like the Star of David.
As above, so below.
Yo, I got to tell you, Rising Sun, I had 2 of your organized. This was earlier. It was like spring. The gold, amber, organized beads you were making?
Yeah.
So I had a pair of them in my pocket, right? And I was at this event. And for some reason, I pulled them out of my pocket and had them on a table. And they created such a scene. They were so ultramagnetic that they caught this person's eye, this woman's eye that was there. And she started, getting loud and excited about it. And your organite created a scene, brother. There was about 10, 15 people gathered around, like, they were looking at it. Because you know how those amber ones even had a little aura to them, right? Like a little golden sheen and hue, right?
Yeah.
These people were bugging out on your organite, brother. I've had tables with I even got them right here.
Look,
this is what I'm talking about. Let me see. I'm having all types of crystals on my table, right? I be having all types of crystals on my table. I don't think I've ever seen.
You got one. Look at that. A4, show them what you got. You got one of them too. That's a third eye opener.
Oh, Smitty's.
Oh, wow.
She got one.
Yeah. But I don't know if I ever seen an energy.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite homies, man.
Create such attention and excitement, It was like this. It really showed me like, yo, this brother's organite is next level.
That's gold and amber.
Gold and amber. Woo, fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just had to affirm that, brother, that what you be cooking up in the lab is different.
Yo, I'm going to have them ready for this Saturday, man. And those who dare to want to activate a crystal or amplify their water, this is what I have underneath the pets in my house. They drink the water with this disc underneath it. All right.
I use mine in my pocketbook.
Yeah, that's A4. She got one also. That thing. I gotta give credit.
Right in my fanny pack towards my womb.
Yes.
Put it here. I keep my cell phones in here. I know it blocks the EMF. And I wear it like that.
Right. Steady on your good works, brother.
Yo, man, I love being in the lab, brother Ross. I love being in the lab.
I know that's right.
Oh, and Ross Ben made me this one too. This has happened during the
hold on,
pandemic.
let me give you a full view. Hold on.
Some shungite.
Show the whole picture. Hold on.
Some shungite. You know, you got to keep the crystal wrapped. There's some shungite right here.
Yeah, that's some nice work.
Yeah.
It's like a quick, real wrap right in front of me. You know, 5 minutes. I needed it. I was like, you know, and the other one, the other crystal is in my water bottle here with some shungite, some raw shungite and thing.
Ashe, steady on the good work.
So you gotta apply the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I. So
yo, this the California got the wrapped quartz. You already know.
This is a high frequency quartz from one of Ross Ben's.
Hold on. Let me pull you full screen.
Steady
this
on
the skeleton. What do you call it? The Skeletor.
Steel quartz.
Yes.
Skeleton quartz.
Angels incarnate in stone.
Yes.
Well, yo, family, I gotta give my Empress some love and attention, and some affection.
Yes,
out. You know.
Okay, I want to thank you.
Please do.
I want to thank you, Ross, for being on tonight. I want to thank you for putting this together, California family. I want y'all to give California support because she is the magical Leo that knows how to make a whirlwind storm and gather everyone from all directions.
Yo.
So I salute you, California.
Well, Risingsun, this is a collective vibration across the nation. So it's not like, you know, it's collective. It's, you know, together.
Yeah. And I want to thank you, Afua, for all the years. This woman is a mystic on the crystal level, Ross. She gave me countless downloads on how to tweak the crystals. So I appreciate you. You know it, Afua Cancerian. She is she lives in a trance. She's a trance medium all the time.
And Afua, don't forget to call me so I can send you the flyer.
Yes, please.
Please,
right after.
Tonight. After this is finished tonight, I will send it to you immediately for the New Jersey Massive. And for the New Jersey Massive who want to come to Brooklyn, you're more than welcome. And someone in the chat on Risingsun said to put your information so they can get one of those activators that you have right here.
Call me. I don't even have these on the website yet. 718-930-0516, and be patient because I like meticulously putting it together because my rising is Virgo, brother Ross.
All right.
Moon and Taurus.
Focus
Sagittarius
on
So can you just put up the 2 flyers one more time so people can?
All right. This is the chat. This is the Yahoo chat that you can network all your listings, family. It's ongoing. It don't stop. So if you don't have the luxury of memory, don't come in. All right. Because this thing goes on because people are on this chat. Over 800 people, getting close to 900 from everywhere.
Wow.
Now, let me bring up the flyer for this Saturday and Friday. Oh, I'll bring up both Friday and Saturday. This is Saturday's flyer, family. Thank you, Monique, Sister Sag, for providing space.
Salute, Sister Monique.
Yeah,
and King Simon for announcing at the big event that he did on Saturday. Give thanks, King Simon.
Also, want to give a special acknowledgement to my co-hostess, Miss Bliss, because the more she get into the mystic flow, the more her services are in demand. So she can't be feeding everybody because Brother Ross, Afua, California, Miss Bliss is Big Mama. And she got all the community are her cheering. You heard how I said it. Cheering. And Afua, she got Big Mama energy too. She's a Wing Commander Big Mama.
Yes, I.
And this is
salute to the
20
mothers
Yeah.
of creation.
Yes.
Yeah. We wouldn't be
And
here
this is the
without
29th, and this is happening where? Broad Street, Newark, New Jersey. 867 Broad Street, Newark, New Jersey.
Source of knowledge. Source of knowledge.
Source of knowledge. Brother Divine, Kafunya,
Ross
Ben, book signing. And you know, Ross Ben, you so cool, but the stuff you come up with, man, is like nothing short of brilliant. So I salute the nuke poo nuke in you, brother.
Well,
it's inspirational to listen to you. While you talk all smooth, you sound like you got a ship parked up in the garage somewhere.
You know, I like to look at myself as an obedient instrument, man.
Ah.
You know, I can't even claim. You know, most of my information comes through download and meditation. So, you know, I can't claim this. I can't, you know, I'm just being obedient. And
obedience has its rewards, as you always tell me.
Obedience is its own reward.
Own reward.
Obedience is its own reward. That's what I've been told. So, you know.
And let me put up the banner for y'all to support Journey to Bliss.
Yes.
You know, that's Miss Bliss channel. Journey, like, subscribe, and share. And let's see. Again, here's Ross Ben's connection, YouTube connection, www.rossben.com. And A4, you got to send the information so that I'll be able to promote your mothership connection in what, Trenton?
That will be my IG, ecoholistic_oneness.
Oh, see, that's kind of complicated for me. I got big fingers.
And my website is about to be launched too, kafunya.com. We'll have an official launch more than likely at on Unks channel and other channels, and King Simon's channels and Ross Ben's. You know, it's long overdue because, you know, I'm out there promoting artists that I love. Like for a number of years, I was with Midnight, being sound bath with the band Midnight out of St. Croix, and, you know, working as a reggae music director at Sounds of Brazil along with King Simon. So I've been doing other things, but Spirit said, I didn't give you these words to keep to yourself, my sister. For people waiting. All right.
That's right. Hey, New York, New Jersey. I'm looking forward to come and build with y'all. You know, y'all on the front line, forerunners and trailblazers of a lot of the information in this information age. And
Yeah, I still got your crystals, Ross Ben. I still got your Ankh. I should have pulled the Ankh out, the crystal Ankh.
Oh yeah, what is it called? The Mufan?
The Ophong.
Ophong. I have mine too.
Yeah.
And special acknowledgement. I want to thank all the Jedis in the audience.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, all the goddess Jedis, the sun god Jedis, the fathers, the mothers, because you make the difference, family. Just want to thank you, salute you.
Yes.
You know?
Asheo.
So we're gonna wrap it up, Brother Ross, so that you can have a nice
rub on
blanket
my lady
party.
a little bit. Yeah. Give thanks.
Mama, for me. Hail her for me. Yes, I.
All right. Much love, y'all.
Give thanks for all of your wisdom. Give thanks
Yes.
everyone tuning in.
We're gonna put a nice video for closing. Let me put out a nice video for closing. Let me see.
And I'm heading to Mother Nature, so I'm gonna listen.
Okay, here it is.